All right. Let me make sure I'm live. Yeah, let me make sure I'm live for the family. All right, so this is more so like a commercial. Um, I just did the live with Dr. Valentine, and like I said before, pardon the background. I'm fixing my green screen area, so I don't have it hooked up yet, but it will be hooked up real soon. But I just did the live. Shout out to everybody who just was on the live with Dr. Valentine, Mike Wu Moon, 305 Capricorn. Shout out to everybody who's just on the live with Dr. Valentine. But I just want to let y'all know about a major announcement I got coming up. I remember last week, if you are avid listener to the show, I told you I had an idea and I was going to present it to Billy Carson and this and that, whatever, whatever. Just continuing to follow my spirit. I feel as though what I want to present to the family and to the world will be much more appropriate with the brother Blue Pill and what the brother has been talking about lately. You got to go with the flow. One of the things that make you great in life is that, you may intellectually think something, but if you get that intuitive feeling to move on something, you got to move on that, and you got to disregard that intellect that you was just appropriating or thinking. So, regardless of what I thought intellectually, intuitively, I felt as though I got to move with this idea with Blue Pill. So, and it's gonna be like I said, me and Dr. Valentine is gonna bless what we have to do, as well as other people, as well as the powerful sister. So we're gonna get blessings, and other people are gonna be a part of what we're doing and what we're presenting. But it's primarily gonna be Blue Pills, primarily gonna be the presenter, and I'm gonna be putting it together. So I just want the family, and this is for the metaphysical heads. This is for the people who are interested and changing or interested in their internal environment. So as one thing, as we have to remember, my channel Black Magic 363, as metaphysicians, and as also the majority of the people that watch my channel are heavily melanated. So one thing we have to remember, and shout out to Thailand Avant for the donation, I appreciate it. One thing we have to remember is that heightened emotions can serve as a gift and a curse, because it's such a major component to manifestation in its third density, that heightened emotions can mean, if you respond to your internal environment, it could mean you create whatever you want. But if you respond to your external environment, depending on what that external environment is, it can mean you can be a slave to a system. You could be the biggest slave. So we could be the best masters, or we could be the best slaves. Ain't that some shit? Hold up. When you think about a master, you don't think about a slave. But think about that for a second in our technology, our melanin technology, and the vehicles we possess. We could be the best masters, or we could be the best slaves. When you intellectually, when you think of the best masters, you say, well, shit, the master can never be the slave. But the technology that we have and the way this is set up, we could occupy both extremes. And that what has happened. We have occupied both extremes. But the thing is, we're about to go from the bottom extreme back to the top. We're going from the bottom to the top. So there's a process to that happening. And that's part of my soul contract. Me and Phil talked about. Part of my soul contract is not only helping myself go from that bottom extreme to the top extreme, but helping the family, you guys, the community, the global community, go from the bottom extreme to the top extreme. They threw us down to the lowest chakra, and they kept us there. But now it's time to go to rise above to that Christ chakra, that Christ consciousness. And that's what Blue's been talking about. And that's why I feel as though it's appropriate to roll with the brother. But the show tomorrow is going to be absolutely amazing. The things we're going to bring forth and the things we're going to talk about. It's time that and like I said, this commercial is not going to be long. It's time we take this knowledge from an intellectual level. And shout out to James Belton. I think you want the Magic Money book. Shout out to James Belton. It's time we take this knowledge and information from an intellectual level to a visceral level. And we too much we know how to tap into trauma on a visceral level, on an emotional level, or you know what I'm saying. But the intellectual stuff, the chakra stuff, the stuff Bobby Hemmett talks about, it can't just be intellectual. It has to be visceral. It has to be emotional. We have to generate heightened emotion to this information in order to manifest it for ourselves. Forget, man, before we think about manifesting it for the community and for the world, let's manifest it for ourselves first. Let's change our lives first, and then we can change other lives. We have the wrong formula and we're using the wrong process. And tomorrow, me and Blue is going to introduce something that's, I swear, this is my, I'm trying to think of the correct adjective. This is my most interesting thing that I presented to the community. This is the thing I'm most proud of. I'm most proud of it because I feel as though we've been presented the same information for probably the past 6, 7, 8 years, a decade. We've just been regurgitating information, and it's been a reason for that. We've been regurgitating it because we haven't been able to properly apply it. And I think this, what I'm about to present to the people with Blue Pill, is the proper application, and it's going to be fun. And it's going to be, you know what it's going to be like? You know what it's going to be like? It's going to be like, you know how people smoke weed to get high? It's going to be like you're getting high. You ever got high off of life? Uh, that's the ultimate thing. When people, there's plenty of times where I just get high off of life. And that's the purpose. That's what weed is trying to emulate, and all these other theogens or drugs is trying to emulate. Sometimes you could just be on such a mental high that you get high off of life, your thoughts. You go to the park and you think of certain things, and you just get high. And when you smoke weed or you drink alcohol, it reminds you of how you felt that time when you was in that park, or when you was a child and you was in complete ecstasy. See, when we children, we don't have to do these drugs because we come from the realm of ecstasy. We come from the realm of ecstasy, and we're in complete ecstasy. So we don't even think about that. But the more we program ourselves into this reality, we leave that realm of ecstasy. So we seek external forces to remind us of that realm of ecstasy. As a child, jumping on the bed might be the equivalent of getting high. You may be smoking weed and you're like, oh man. To a child jumping on the bed, that's the equivalent to a child jumping on the bed. Child jumping on the bed, they feel like they're flying. They just get high off of that. So it's just gonna be, man, it's gonna be so interesting. I think we're gonna start it at 7 o'clock tomorrow. We're gonna, cause I gotta watch the battle rap tomorrow with URL. Loaded Lux is performing tomorrow, and I'm coming out with an album October 10th with Loaded Lux and Cambada. So I got to put my mind frame, and I want us to show support. So I'm going to be watching battle rap tomorrow night. Now you know, but I'm going to make the announcement before Brother Rich go and have his personal fun. I'm going to make the announcement with Blue Pill. So just stay tuned for that. I just want to let y'all know that in video form without even just putting up a flyer. You know, I want to let y'all know that in video form because I'm serious. Like I said, I could have easily picked Billy Carson. Billy Carson got 1 million followers on Instagram, or somebody else, Brother Panic, whatever. But I had to follow my heart on this one, and I had to go with Blue Pill. And I think Blue Pill deals with, he's been talking about breathing. That's all like, breathing is such a major part. Man, it's crazy. Something we neglect so much is so major and so key into our liberation. Who would have thought something as free as we have so much access to breathing that we're like, man, fuck breathing. What the fuck I need a breathing exercise for? I breathe all the time. Breathing is such a major aspect. Now that I realize in my study this year, such a major aspect to your spiritual, you're liberating yourself spiritually in this realm. Breathing, man. Our breathing is stuck in our sexual organs. Our breathing is stuck in our sexual organs. We have to liberate our breathing. And that's not to say sexuality is bad. The same sensation you experience with sexuality, you could experience that with other organs. When it comes to digestion, we experience the same force, energy that we get from our sex organs. We experience it with our with our digesting organs when we get an appetite and we want food and we hungry and we salivating. You know, that's energy concentrating on a specific area, a specific chakra. Once where energy goes, where attention goes, energy flows. So our energy's on eating. All of a sudden, we start salivating. We like, how the fuck? We like, how do I salivate by just thinking about food? That's because where energy goes, attention flows. But we've been taught to focus on the lower three organs or the lower three chakras that when we talk about the upper chakras, we think it's pseudo all of a sudden. The same way you can concentrate on coming, or the same way you can concentrate on eating and your saliva secretes, is the same way you can concentrate on your heart chakra, or your pineal, or your upper chakras. So it's gonna be, man, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, breathing helps us vibrate high. So, like I said, this is more of a commercial. I'm not staying long. Yeah, I'm not staying long. Family, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Tune in for a major metaphysical announcement with me and Blue Pill. If you're not interested in metaphysics and changing your internal environment, no need to log on and just be nosy. Unless you know, you know, it is what it is. Just log on if you are truly interested. But this is a commercial. I just want to let the people know, since I just got off the line with Dr. Valentine, but it's gonna be big time tomorrow. Tomorrow, Saturday, 7 p.m. Myself and Blue Pill. Major announcement for the family. We are changing the paradigm. We are changing the frequency. We are changing the vibes. Tune in, family. With that being said, this is Brother Rich. I'm signing out. Peace.